if you have found yourself here because you are working on understanding and developing your own self-love, I want you to remember first and foremost that you already are love. You literally are love. That's what a human being is. It is infinite love personified. Here's a video above that explains exactly why that is, so you can go more in depth with the concept. But what you need to know is that your existence is pure love. So when you move away from unconditional love and acceptance, it doesn't feel good. Bad emotions let us know that our thoughts are not aligned with unconditional love and acceptance. Self-love is about maintaining your perspective on that infinite and unconditional love and acceptance. It's acceptance of where we are now. It's okay to be where we are now, because if you can be okay in the now, then you will always be okay, because all you have is now. So if everything is fine now, then that means everything will always be fine. Life isn't meant to be chaotic or painful. Life is meant to be abundant and peaceful and joyous and exciting. And all of that stems from a healthy and unconditional love and acceptance of yourself. So make sure you stay to the end of this video, because I'm going to be giving you an easy guide to self-love in 3 simple steps. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Welcome to another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I'm a mindset and manifestation coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting beliefs so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. Now, self-love is arguably the most important thing we can do for ourselves, but might be one of the last things on our list in the realm of what we deem to be important. A lot of times self-love can come off as either floofy or froofy or selfish. It might feel selfish for us to focus on ourselves when there might be other people that need our immediate attention or need our assistance or our care or focus or whatever. It may feel selfish to focus on yourself in a time when the world is doing what it's doing. But in actuality, it's the best time to practice self-love. Well, it's always the best time to practice. There's never a bad time to practice self-love. Self-love is arguably the most important thing, because everything in your life, your physical health, your mental health, your financial health, your relationship health, your career health, the health of the world and your community, all the above, right? All of that, all of the interactions that you do is the self and the rest of the world, right? Or sometimes it's the self with the self, or the self with the self, that voice that's not necessarily ours, right? Anyways, my point is the self, this guy is always here. So this guy is extremely important. If this guy is always here and is making all the decisions, then we need to make sure this guy is taken care of. We don't want the person signing our checks to be upset. If your boss is crazy without coffee, then when they walk in the office, get them their fucking coffee so we can have a nice productive day and we can get those checks signed. My point is, this is the boss. This thing is always in charge. This thing is always running, so we need to take care of it. We need to maintain it because it's always there. It's always making the decisions for us and with us. And it's the thing that determines where we go next in life. So what are our 3 steps to manifesting and maintaining self-love? We're going to call these write it, think it, be it. Not to be confused with a literary masterpiece by Brian Griffin, Wish It, Want It, Do It. Now, before we get too far into this, be sure to grab my Confidence Affirmations Builder. It's completely free. It is linked below. It's a quick exercise that'll help you create some cute new affirmations for yourself that you can begin installing and using to describe the version of you that you want to be. And while you're at it, hit like and subscribe if you're resonating with this video. And if you're feeling generous, please share this with someone that you love, because everyone deserves to know that they're in complete control of their reality. All right, step 1, write it. I want you to begin by answering some questions. Script this out, journal it, whatever works for you. But I want you to start thinking about how you want to love yourself. Do you want to be somebody that compliments themselves? Do you want to be somebody that's comfortable in any room they walk into? Do you want to be someone that puts themselves first? Do you want to be somebody that always is in a great mood and affects everyone around them in a positive way? Do you want to be someone that knows they can accomplish anything? Maybe you just want to be somebody that has respect for themselves. I want you to start examining what it is self-love looks like and feels like to you, or what you would like it to look like and feel like for you. And then write a story. Script the new you. Script the new rules for how we treat ourselves. What is ideal you's relationship with their self? By the way, you can catch me live a few times during the week. I always live chat during my video premieres, which happen at 11:30 a.m. PST on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I have a live Q&A right here on YouTube on Mondays at noon-ish PST. So step 1, write the new story. What does it look like? Step 2, think it. We're going to start installing that new story. And the way we're going to do this is by creating affirmations based off of the story that you wrote in part 1. So I want you to look at your story, and I want you to take literally every sentence and turn it into an I am tense affirmation. I'll link this week's video above where I discuss acting as if using I am affirmations. But the idea is to select and choose your reality, your version of yourself, by saying that you are or that you have whatever it is that you want. If you want it, you have it now. So you're going to take the elements of your story, you're going to turn them into I am affirmations, and then we're going to expand upon that with a thesaurus. I literally use a thesaurus, like it's that good. And sidebar, I prefer the Merriam-Webster versus the dictionary.com thesaurus because Merriam-Webster has more like slang and like not so, like bookish type definitions. It has that stuff, but it also has like things that sound more normal that a person would say, but it gives you a lot of ideas on how to branch out and expand your affirmations. And once we have these affirmations, again, we're going to install them. And how do we do that? By cycling them through your mind. Or another way of saying this is, let's say you have a specific one you want to install or adopt. We're going to over and over and over and over and over and over and over, maybe 50 times or something, and then go on about your business. If you remember again, go ahead and say it over and over again until you forget again, and then just keep moving throughout your life. But we also need to be sure that we are swapping out any contradictory thoughts that do not match up to or support the story or the affirmations that we have just created. So you want to start, I don't want to use the word bombard, but I just heard simultaneously bombard and inundate our minds with these new affirmations. We essentially want to like take over. This is the new idea. This is the new concept of self. This is the new way of treating ourselves. This is how we love ourselves. I am going to be sure to be, again, cycling these through my mind on a loop, actively choosing them. Maybe I'm listening to affirmations that have to do with self-love or self-acceptance or self-confidence. You can create your own affirmations tape. We're using my 360 method, I'll link that above as well, to install our new definitions of self and set the stage for our new self-love practices that we are going to be continuing to carry out. Now, if this is something that you want direct one-on-one help with, I do have coaching available at my website, roxytalks.com, as well as other courses, workshops, free materials, and podcasts, stuff that'll really help you get to where you're going. That's all at my website, roxytalks.com. Of course, that link is in the description below. Now, back to this idea of carrying it out. That is step 3, be it. You need to be acting out those traits that you assigned for yourself in step 1 and step 2. If you want to be someone who compliments yourself, guess what? You're going to have to start complimenting yourself. If you want to be somebody that takes care of themselves with daily rituals, then you're going to have to get your ass up a little bit early and do that meditation or go for that walk or make that smoothie, whatever it is. You need to be actually doing the steps and acting it out, acting as if this is you now. Remember, we are okay. We are good now. So if part of your self-love story is I am gentle with myself, then guess what? You have to start being more gentle with yourself and allowing yourself to go through the process without being hard on yourself. This is a process. We are working towards this. We are getting somewhere and we are making progress, right? I am making progress. I am doing it right. I am totally and completely in love with myself in the most healthy way possible. And I am treating myself in accordance. I'm treating myself with kindness. I am treating myself with respect. I am enjoying the way it feels to love myself on this level. If you want those things to be true in your life, just say that they are. It's that easy. But then you also need to make sure you're not doing the things that undo that notion or contradicting it, counteracting that. If you want to be somebody who actively loves and takes care of themselves, then at some point you're going to have to actively love and take care of yourself. There is no way around it. We need to be reminding ourselves of our power every single day and doing tasks that reinforce that love. Remember, things like meditating, practicing patience and peace, eating well, exercising, going to sleep at a decent hour, calming the mental chatter, self-soothing, not allowing ourselves to insult ourselves anymore, learning how to appreciate ourselves, learning how to celebrate our accomplishments. Loving ourselves comes in a lot of different packages, but the most important part to understand is that it is a dedication and it is something that you're gonna have to work at. But we're working at everything, so that's okay. It's good. I'm glad I'm working at this because I am loving myself more every single day. So I want you to comment down below, I am my favorite person. I am my favorite person because I want you to treat yourself like you are your favorite person. You should be your favorite person because remember, you are the most important person in your reality because you are the one determining what happens next to you. And nothing supersedes that power. There's nothing that could come between that because what happens next could involve anything in our entire lives, anyone, any circumstance, any situation. So it is vital to have a handle on what we are doing with our thoughts. Now, I'm gonna link on the screen here somewhere my OG self-love video where I go super in depth so you can kind of understand exactly why it's so important to actively love yourself, practice it, and make it a point. I've also got playlists here. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.